Welcome back to another episode of Mart. We have a very special guest with us today. Yes, Mr. Kentravius Coleman. We're gonna allow him to introduce himself. Tell us about a little about who you are and what you do in the community, and just let us know about you. Yep.
So how y'all doing? My name is Kentravius Coleman. I'm a recent graduate of Southern University. I'm a community advocate, community activist. I'm a black man in politics for, I guess, Black History Month.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So like Black History Month, like what does that mean to you?
To me, it means a time of celebration, and we just promoting our history and culture. Well, I wouldn't say promote, but learning more about our history and our culture, and just seeing how big of a cultural impact we really do have on the world. Everywhere you go, you can find some black people somewhere. Yeah. And it just shows the beauty of who we are and what we can do and where we came from.
All right. So, like, do you have a Black history fact, like just on deck, like off top? That nobody don't know? I mean, it could be about your city or like your family, whatever.
Okay, the first black woman to earn a PhD in political science from Southern University actually went to high school in Alexandria. She went to Peabody Macon High School.
Oh, wow. So did you go there as well?
I did.
Oh, that's cool. That is so dope. So did she kind of like inspire you to go to Southern also?
Actually, I didn't know until I came to Southern.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was some new information to me. So I met her daughter, I believe, is she works with, I believe, administration, I'm not sure, but yeah, her daughter told me once she had heard I was from Alexandria, we had a conversation. She's like, yeah, my mom went to school there too. She just so happened to be the first black woman to get a PhD in political science.
Cool. So about like political science, how did that kind of start out for you? How did you get into that field?
My 8th grade teacher, Ms. Washington, she would always challenge us academically, especially with things that we were interested in, and I was always interested in the political process, and being that she was always into that, go deeper, learn everything about it. I was like, I want to learn more about our political process and really our sociology of why it is how it is and how we get to this point, how we got to this point.
That's really cool. So, like, after graduation, did you, like, think about going to law school?
Absolutely.
So that's in the works?
It is.
That's awesome.
Got to take the LSAT.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hit the book preparation.
Yeah. Graduated just to go back to school.
Yeah. I mean, do you like school? Like, you like...
I enjoy school. Sometimes I just don't like sitting down and listening. So, but yeah, school is cool.
That's the hardest part. Just like listen to all the lectures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You gotta just stay focused.
Right. It's hard.
Right. So, like, what area of law do you want to go into?
I want to do wrongful convictions, environmental law, and criminal defense.
Oh, can I ask why?
As far as environmental justice, being that we live in Council Alley, Louisiana, I live not far from a plant in Alexandria, and it just seems as if it's more to, in my opinion, the eye as it pertains to why our environment is how it is, especially in Louisiana. Wrongful convictions. A study just came out not too long ago that says, I believe 26.8% of the time, or people in Angola stay longer than they're supposed to as it pertains to their sentence. So if you're supposed to get out April the 1st, you might stay until April 15th for whatever reason. And criminal defense, I don't believe that every person that's been convicted of a crime is truly a criminal. Things happen. Everybody's situational, but sometimes they don't have the resources to get an attorney, and a public defender isn't always the best person to go with either.
Exactly. That's great. And that's the reason why we really wanted to bring you on too, because we know like a lot of our listeners are into like politics, and they just really want to go to law school after college. Mm-hmm. And so we thought that like just bringing you on, especially with it being Black History Month, I think is very important for just the listeners to just see that there's like a black man actually like really doing it and is working towards like becoming a lawyer and helping our people, because it's still a lot we have to overcome. So like, do you often feel that whenever you will like become a lawyer, do you think that there'll be like a space where it might be that, how can I word this? Or has there ever been like a time where you feel like there wasn't space for you as a black man? especially like what you running for House of Representatives, was that
19?
19? So like, was there ever like a moment where you feel like, man, I don't know if there's like a space for me, or did you have to make that space?
I feel like, yeah, I feel like the space has to be created because time and time again, our state and even our Democratic Party can put measures in place to hinder minorities specifically. So me running, I definitely feel like there was a time where I just didn't know if I fit, and I was running in the majority black district. So,
So like, how do you feel like your faith and politics kind of collide, or if they do?
I feel like they assist me with staying on track. I really like the golden rule, treating others how you want to be treated. And in politics, I believe people are, the elected officials are really public servants. So serving somebody, you would think you would want your public servant, your elected official to treat others how they would want to be treated, but it's not always the case. So to me, my faith can keep me grounded when, certain things are thrown at you that are just ungodly, I can say. So.
And yeah, I think it's really important for like believers to not only be in church, but to be everywhere. I think like especially, like in our faith, we're told to love others, love your neighbor as yourself, or like, either like treat people better than you want to be treated, like things like that. So I think, being in politics, it's like you said about serving other people. And even with like the area that you want to go into with law, I think that's like not only inspiring, but like it just shows like almost a testament to like what you want to do for like your people, but also like other men and women who may come. But yeah. So like as of right now, what are something that you have like, in the works doing like for the community?
Right now in the works, at my home church, my friend Chris and it's mainly him. I'm actually assisting Chris. We're working on some type of summer program to basically try to bring the children in the community to a safe area, as well as giving them a good word. But as far as right now, the biggest project is just me assisting Chris and our pastor and our community. I'm not even sure what we want to call it yet, but it's basically a community partnership. But we go to the neighborhood around our church because it's a lot of children, and we just tell them for the summer, if the parents have something to do, the church is open. On the weekend, if the children still need something to do, the church is still open.
That's super dope.
That's what we're doing, or trying to do at least.
Works. So, like, would you consider yourself to be like a mentor to, I guess, like people your age? Or do you have like a mentor like right now that's someone that's like in politics that you look up to?
It's a few people. I think I'm a mentor to other people. I'm not really sure, but it's a few people in politics I say I look up to. Yeah. It's the couple of them. I give one Congressman Troy Carter. God, it's so many. It's really a lot of people now that I'm sitting and thinking about it. Would be hard they name them.
Oh, can I like ask why you chose Southern? I think we talked about that earlier.
Why did I choose Southern? Honestly, in high school, I had never known about the HBCU culture or anything about them. I had went to a predominantly black high school, so all I had already known was a lot of black people. And I was like, I want to stay around my people, but I also want to go somewhere where I feel like I can be someone and not a number. I was blessed to be accepted at LSU, but it's just so many people. And I just didn't think I would be able to get a true connection with my professors or really, I guess, discover myself being that it's so many people. So.
Yeah. I think like similar reasons too for us going as well. But I think I know my first semester, I experienced like a culture shock because I had went to, it was a mix, but it was predominantly white high school, and just being on campus and just seeing other black men and women, it empowered me, but it also made me feel like I need to stand out. But like even you going there and majoring in politics or political science, I know that was just like, it's very saturated on campus. Everybody's political science because the department and just it is, you know, and then we have the law school as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think that is like so dope that you kind of found, you know, yourself, like discovered you like at a HBCU.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's how I kind of like found out about like who you were, because I was in class with Dr. Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And she would always like call on you, and I'd be like, she's always call like, who is this guy that she keeps calling on? And I don't know, like, I think around that time you were also running for House of Representatives.
I believe so.
And then I was like, I just put two and two together. So like, how do you feel that like while you were like actually active in the community, how did they impact like you in the classroom with your professors?
They made it easier and harder for me. They told me, you know, we love what you're doing and we're going to support you. You just make sure you stay on top of your work. And sometimes some professors would, I guess, see how strong I really am, and they may assign an extra assignment just because, but that's okay. But every one of my professors were absolutely supportive of me, and they really helped me along the way, giving me different pointers. You know, I'm grateful for the whole political science department and the prerequisites too. So.
Because I would have been like, y'all, please leave me alone. I'm just trying to learn.
Some days it was like one of my economics teacher. Every class I have to talk. I didn't know too much about economics, but now I do. So it was just every day, Mr. Coleman, Mr. Coleman. I try my best.
That is so funny. So like, in your family or your friends or just like your space of influence, how do your people, like I say, our people, like how do they feel about you wanting to go into political science with like, you know, the social, like, you know, police brutality and just all the things that are happening in our nation?
Some of them love it and some of them hate it, honestly. Some believe I'm crazy, I'm out of my mind, and some of them think that I'm the closest best thing to sliced cheese. So everyone has their own opinion. I'm just trying to stay on the straight and narrow with it. Because it's a lot of opinions with it. Politics is a bunch of opinions. So it's just a lot of opinions on why it's good and why it's bad.
Mm-hmm. So like growing up, did you ever kind of experience maybe like a time where you felt like you weren't treated fairly and it kind of pushed you to like go harder in your like field? Like, you know, being a black man, I'm sure you had many.
Yeah, it was a few jobs I had. Or there were a few awards I would get during different extracurriculars, and I would often notice that I was the only black person in the room, and it'll be certain projects you may have to work on, and I just noticed that I'm always left out or stuck in the back, or my opinion isn't needed at all the entire duration while we're here. It's a couple of crazy things that I think should not have happened, but for me, it's a character builder because I know that time was not the last time. So, and it's unfortunate, but it's our reality too.
So, like, I guess we talk about kind of like did you grow up in the church?
I did.
Wow.
I did. Daughters of Zion Baptist Church.
Daughters of Zion?
Daughters of Zion Baptist Church, a little small church in the country, in Poland, Louisiana.
Poland?
Poland, Louisiana. I think the population is maybe, now it's like 400 people, maybe a little less.
Wow.
Maybe, I don't know. It's very, very small city. Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what it's like just to be, you know, just strong enough that just, you know, on program.
Yes, indeed. Every Easter, every holiday. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So. And that's actually how I learned the Lord's Prayer. I learned it because I had to recite it so much. So, yeah.
That is very good. You know, because some people don't know it.
That's, yeah.
It's okay. You just gotta, you know, take your time, just learn.
Yeah.
But that's crazy because for us, I feel like it's the same. Like, and just growing up in a black church, just gotta get up there and just do. They just say, okay, you go up there. It's your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's really how we just learn like, how to just be, I guess, just quick on our feet.
Mm-hmm.
and also just to become closer with God too, because like we're doing this for God, and them like instilling in us at a young age like how to like get up and just go up there and like just share with the church, even though you were like afraid, or it just really like instills in you how to be, you know, a risk taker, and to also just say, God, this is for you because my family just should be up here.
Yeah.
So while you were like running to be a representative, how did your hometown, how did they feel about you?
Somewhere on board. I've entered the election with a little bit over 1,500 votes, but I don't know 1,500 people. So I count that as a major success for the people who did support me, for the people that didn't. It was a new lesson every day. I learned something new every single day. So,
about yourself, about your city?
Everything. About myself, my city, the law. It's just new information every day.
Mm-hmm. So, like, was there, like, something, like, in specific that really motivated you to just run and just put yourself out there and just start a campaign?
Really, when I was working, I kept seeing, and what I thought was, and what I still do think is people who were just bought listening to whoever had the most money or however that particular person can, you know, benefit from whatever was being presented. And in my mind, I was just thinking, like, this is a great process, but it just seems as if so many people are taking advantage of it. And as a minority, I'm the one, our people are the ones most affected by it. And if we have people in office who look like us that are not for us, then we need to do something about it. So I didn't want to be the one to criticize anybody or complain. I wanted to pull up my bootstraps and try to change it myself. So.
Period. Wow. Let's get to work. Y'all not doing this, so I'm about to get it done. So during that time, how old were you?
I was 19.
Wow. Oh my goodness. 19? Child, I don't know what else. Trying to change the world. 19, that's so good. That is so dope. Yeah. So, like, do you have anything that you would, like, say to people, like, right now they're in college majoring in political science, just to help them, you know, get through the semester?
Keep God first. Pray about it. It's going to be a lot of prayers needed. And really just keep going with whatever you know, find is your passion. So never let no one stop you. If you find it to be the best thing for you, it might sound crazy to other people, but that's okay. But because you live in your life, not them. So,
it's your life.
It's my advice.
I love that. I love that too. So are there like any words that you live by?
Yeah, my favorite Bible verse, actually, I try to live by it, is 2 Samuel 22:33. Says, God is my strength and my power when he makes my way perfect. So I try to...
I like that way. Say it one more time.
God is my strength and my power, and he makes my way perfect.
I love that too. Yeah. Oh, that is really good. Like, go put that in my go bookmark it. So, do you have anything that you're gonna do like this Black History Month to celebrate? Any movies you watch? Right. That you gotta see, like every Black History Month. You gotta have that movie you watch.
I don't know.
MLK FBI.
One of my favorite movies is the Malcolm X movie, the one that Denzel starred in.
Right, the one with Denzel.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Denzel.
But
they say his name is pronounced differently. Remember that? Y'all saw
yeah, Denzel.
Oh, Denzel. Wait, I don't know if that's true. Denzel? But it's kind of cool. Like, Denzel. So we've been saying it wrong all these years. I'm so sorry. Black people, they just say anything. It's Denzel. That's not that good. Oh my goodness. But I really like Selma though.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I like watching Selma. But I don't know why I just feel the need to watch like a movie dealing with slavery around this time. Is anybody else? Like 12 Years a Slave? No? Okay. Let it go. That's just me. Right? Because I think I overcome so much. You know? Right. So just, but watching it just makes...
Doesn't it just anger you?
Yeah. It does. But they kept the faith. Like, they was praying. They knew God, he was coming to save them one day. It was going to heaven. They kept the faith. That's what I really love about just watching like slavery movies. Even though it's very hard to watch. Yeah. But they was believing. Yeah. But thank you so much again for coming on.
Thank y'all for having me.
No problem. You've heard God's word. Now act accordingly. Peace and blessings.